All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Bakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to the Akim, pushing out this truth all over the world in all sincerity. This article is from Market Watch. The title is North Korea Fires Missile Ahead of Renewed Nuclear Talks with U.S. All right, so just reporting on these countries that bend the bow. And North Korea is definitely one of them that bend the bow that it speaks about in the scriptures, man. Okay, in Jeremiah 50. All right, they're one of the nations that are going to shoot missiles on America, man, America. Okay, which is Babylon the Great, by the way. All right, so Trump, he goes to these different nations. All right, particularly right here in North Korea, and he tries to renew, nuclear deals. Basically telling these countries not to develop, not to develop nukes and, testing them and things like that, man. All right, but the scriptures prophesy that 200 million missiles are going to be shot on America, man. So the missiles are already created. Like I was saying at camp this past Saturday, man, the missiles are already created, man. These different countries, Turkey, North Korea, South Korea, of course, Russia, Iraq, Iran, they already have, these missiles are already in place, man. They already have their missiles developed, man. These countries are ready. We're closer to the end now more than ever, man. All right. If this was to pop off tomorrow, things are complete, man. All right. But the scriptures do say in Revelations to hold back the wind. Hold back the winds until we sealed our servants, the prophets, in their foreheads, man. And we believe that that's basically near complete. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the article. I'll drop this link in the description. All right, it's a long article. I'll get to the point, pull out some scriptures. All right, just reporting on what's going on over there in the Middle East, man. Which is gonna lead to the destruction of America. Okay, so South Korea, North Korea fired a ballistic missile towards the sea Wednesday. South Korea's military said in a display of its expanding military capabilities hours after saying it will resume nuclear diplomacy with the United States this weekend. South Korea officials said the missiles was fired from North Korea's eastern waters, suggesting it may have been some submarine launched. But South Korea defense officials won't officially disclose whether the missile was fired from a submarine, a barrage, or any other possible platform. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a scripture because understand that these missiles are not just gonna come from land. They're also gonna come from these submarines as well, man. All right, and a lot of these submarines that these nations have, especially Russia, all right, they're capable enough to carry the ICBMs, man, which is the intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. All right, the ICBMs. Okay. All right, those ICBMs, they have multiple nuclear warheads in them. Okay, and they're going to be shot from the submarines. It says right here in Jeremiah 50:14, put yourself in array against Babylon, man. Array meaning around, man. I'm saying, in formation, all right, against Babylon. Okay, which is America. All right, America the Great. Okay, Babylon the Great, but you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so put yourself in array against Babylon, round about all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against Yahweh, man. Those arrows is talking about those missiles. All right, the missiles, man. Those nuclear warheads. Okay, that's what the arrows is talking about, man. And they bend the bow. They have the power to launch those missiles, man. They have the silos. They have their different engines of war to go ahead and launch these missiles off, man. Okay, to destroy this place utterly. Like the scriptures say, it's going to be a desert. Okay, We'll go ahead and grab another scripture, then we'll go back to the article. Revelations 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they shall be judged, and thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, man. So the scriptures say thy wrath is come. You know, these nations, they are angry, man. All right, they are angry. They don't respect America anymore, man. You know, they're starting to see through the veil. This place operates off of witchcraft. All right. And that's the elites that are pulling the strings. They're the ones that are having these councils together, and, you know what I'm saying, making these nations drunk. All right. And that's why the nations are angry, man, according to Revelations 11 and 18. Okay. And that wrath is coming to this place, man. You know, you can feel it. Okay. And you see, it says, in the time of the dead, and they shall be judged. All right. The Heavenly Father is coming back to judge, man. And thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, man. So who are the prophets? The man that you see out on the highways and hedges, man, starting with our apostles of Great Millstone on down. You know, the men that are out there, you know, every week, you know, and like I say, you know, throughout the week, you know, making these video epistles, man, you know, putting in that work, you know, with that fear, man, making our calling and election sure. Okay. Like the scriptures say, you can never fail, man. All right. All right. So the servants, the prophets, and to the saints. Okay. The saints, that's 144. And them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, man. And an example of that, you know, look at the Amazon, man, you know, burning down the Amazon, you know, amongst other things, man, many things, you know, these devils have done, man. You know, they literally are the harbinger of death, man. Okay. They really are the harbinger of death, man. And one of the Rothschilds, he actually said that, you know, he has become the destroyer of worlds, man. I forgot which one it was, man. All right. But you have destroyed the earth. You have destroyed the people's minds, man. Now it's time for the Heavenly Father to move you out the way. All right. And that's why these countries, man, that's why they're testing out their missiles, man. That's why they're getting ready. You know, I mean, they're already ready, but what they're doing is they're keeping their army from being idle. You know, they're keeping their army on the move. They're keeping their missiles tested out. You see what I'm saying? All right. Making sure everything is in working order. Okay. So let's go ahead and get back to the article. So North Korea having the ability to launch missiles from submarines will be alarming because such weapons are harder to detect in advance. See that? According to the SEAL's Joint Chief of Staff, the missile flew about 450 kilometers, that's 280 miles, at a maximum altitude of 910 kilometers, that's 565 miles. Before launching between Korea's peninsula and Japan, the Joint Chief of Staff said South Korea and U.S. authorities were analyzing more details of the launch, man. Okay, I'll read a little bit more. Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Yoshihide Suga earlier said the North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles from the country's east coast, and one of them appeared to have landed inside Japan's exclusive economic zone. There were no reports of damage to Japanese vessels or aircraft, he said. The North had not fired a weapon that reached inside Japan's EEZ since November 2017 at the height of an unusually provocative run in nuclear and missile tests. All right. Yeah, so you know, these nations, like I said, man, they're keeping their military personnel from being idle. You know, they're testing out their machines of war. All right. Just to stay ready, man, you know, because this place is almost out of here, man. We're waiting for, you know, there's a couple more prophecies we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for the martial law. We're waiting for the race wars, you know, the mandatory implementation of the RFID chip, okay, which is the mark of the beast, Revelations 13 to 16, okay. Once that's mandatory, that's the last and final prophecy. After that, then the missiles are going to fly, man. All right. So there's still prophecies that we're waiting for. All right, so I'll put this link in the description box. You brothers can take a look at it a little further. It's a lengthy article. All right. So until the next video, man, I want to say shalom.